Y'all want some worms? Yes? You're hungry? Okay, babies. I'll get you some breakfast. Hi, Mav. Hi, buddy. Yes. I'll get it for you. I promise. I'm sorry for walking out here without it. Okay. So I just got done feeding the babies, and I walked out to all the littles up front here by the pond with the sun beaming down on them. It's a brisk morning again, but it should be a beautiful day later. Feels like there's not a lot of humidity, and everybody's out and about getting a little something to eat this morning. Good morning, y'all. Did you sleep good, Pig Trudy? Did y'all sleep good? Yes? Oh, it's a beautiful day, babies. It is. Good morning. I couldn't forget you if I tried. It's true. Oh. Or you. Or you, or any of you. Hi, Annie. Hey, Ernie. Hey, Tiny Tim. Ringo. Oh, goodness. I think about... Hey, Adam or Steve. Hey, Thelma. Hey, Louise. And one of the Dominguezes that looked like a Mr. Dominguez. I don't know where Mrs. is. But it is beautiful. You know, the other day I was looking through my phone trying to make space because, y'all, I don't know if you know this, but video space is tough whenever you're, continually videoing. Like, we walk around with videos, we walk around with phones in our hands all the time, and you kind of do everything one-handed. And I used to tease Lester for doing it, but now here I am doing the same exact thing. And eventually your memory gets full, and you have to decide what to get rid of and what not to. And, we don't have good internet, so it's not, conducive for everything to upload to the cloud here because it'll just spool forever. One picture uploading from our internet could take 24 hours, and I'm not even kidding. So we find ourselves having to shuffle to some hard drives or delete some things that we don't need, things we decided not to use. And I end up going way back because I have video on my phone from all the way back from the very first time that I came here, believe it or not. And when I go back and I look at the differences, and I'll throw some in here, the difference of what it looked like to walk out to the front before versus now, it's just unbelievable to think of, to fathom. A, there were about 3 animals out here in the beginning. And we grew and we grew and we grew. But B, the landscape is so different. This beautiful pond is something I wake up to every morning. And our babies wake up to every morning, and we're just so dang blessed. I never in a million years imagined that this... Hey, you! Why are you being so mean? Just never imagined that this would be my life, and I'm so grateful for it. Coming from up north and not growing up on a animal farm like this, I just never predicted that this would be my life. I was the girl who just was going places. I traveled for work and started doing that when I was about 21 years old. And seeing the world was my thing. And I would come home and unpack my suitcase and throw it in the laundry and turn around and leave the next day. And that was something that I actually enjoyed. I loved seeing new places, meeting new people, and just being on the go. It never bothered me until it did. I was somebody who even though I traveled for work, I could travel for fun. I just loved to explore. And my work would, I would work all the time, but whenever I would travel, I could tag on like a day on a weekend and explore the place that I was at. There are places in this country that I have seen that I never, ever in a million years would have thought to go visit, and my work brought me there. And there are places that I would go back 100 times if I could, and there's places that I would never visit again, that I could live without ever seeing again. But, you know, as I got older and as I had sort of been there and done that and kind of had seen it all, it gets a little lonely out on the road. And you know, I have a big network from all of those travels, and large amount of people who I've met in all walks of life. And you know, they're all just from different aspects, and people I've stayed connected with, some that I've lost touch with over the years. But all of those people that I would interact with every year, if I had to count, it was probably thousands of people if you would total them up. I would still find myself alone and lonely. That hotel room looked the same no matter where you were at. And it was lonely working long hours and then coming back to your hotel and working even more. And, you know, I missed out on things that I regret today. I look at how different my life is now and how I'm home way more often than I'm gone, and how it was opposite not too long ago. And I can't say that I regret my career or that I regret the places I've seen or the things that I've done. I just wish that I would have found a little bit more balance and would have been able to find some way to squeeze it all in, because now that I'm home all the time, I do see the things that I missed. And you know, poor Xander, I think about him and growing up, and he was on board with everything. He would fly to meet me and we would explore the country together. And, you know, I made it home for birthdays. I made it home for every sporting event that I could. I never missed a track meet. I never missed a baseball game or a basketball game. But I also wasn't that mom that could be involved in every PTO event or every volunteering thing at the school. I just couldn't. The best balance that I could find was being there for most of the things. And I have, you know, he just turned 18 years old, and I have these, it's not guilt. It's just, I wish I could have found a way to balance it a little bit more. I wish that I could have spent most nights at home instead of at a hotel, FaceTiming him, or at the old school way was Skype, like way before Skype was a thing like it is now. And, you know, he was probably the only 8-year-old kid, the only 8-year-old kid from where we're from that knew how to travel like he did and could tell you about all kinds of places in the world. You know, we're blessed that he was able to explore different cultures and different environments and cities and towns and just be able to see what is out there in the world, because I don't think that everybody has that opportunity. But I do, like I said, feel like I missed out a little bit on the aspect of what it felt like to be home every single night, because it just wasn't my life. So now, as I look at how my life has changed and how much time and work is actually put in at home, I'm blessed, and I know that my path led me here. And I know that I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm happy, I'm fulfilled, I'm content. I don't feel like I'm missing anything. I don't feel like I want to go travel and see the world anymore. It's nice to get away on a little vacation one time a year, but I like home. I like my bed. I like waking up to this. Now, Xander is about ready to graduate high school, and the only thing that could make this better right here would be Xander waking up too. Now, I don't think that he'd be up as early as I am at 5, but that's okay. But soon. And I know that he loves it here, but I also know that he, you know, he's a teenage boy and needed to finish out high school, and that's just a thing that kids do. That's what I would have wanted to do if I was in his shoes. So I get it. So I've rambled a little bit about my life, and I just one of those mornings where I'm extremely thankful. Don't get me wrong, I'm thankful every morning, but today I just took a minute to pause and talk about it.